Someone commented on my other video, like, why does he see more women make videos about like how single life is such a struggle and it's hard for them, and he doesn't see a lot of men making those types of videos?
Hello everyone. Welcome to another Unfolding Growth video. We are here to learn and stay growing. This video is for entertainment purposes only.
Someone commented on my other video, like, why does he see more women make videos about like how single life is such a struggle and it's hard for them, and he doesn't see a lot of men making those types of videos? And in my opinion, there are more women looking to settle down, looking for something serious, and I feel like the majority of men are not looking for those type of things, which is why there's an imbalance in the dating pool. We have all these women like, I want my husband, I want to get married, I want to be a mom, I want to, lock it down. And then the men in the pool are like, nah, I'm not trying to do that. Like, I'm still trying to be outside. I want to date multiple people, or they're just looking to hook up. They want to have a situationship. So it's no balance. So you see a lot of women complaining that the men in the dating pool, they're not attracting the type of men that they're looking for, because men are not looking for anything serious. That's just my opinion. And with that, because guys aren't looking for anything serious, they have tons of options. So why? I'm not looking for anything serious. You are. I'm not going to change my ways to settle down with you when there's all these other women that I could pick from. So you're not seeing a lot of men complain about being single or dating sucks for them, because they're actually having a good time being single, because they're not looking to settle down. Most of them aren't, in my opinion. I could be wrong. Y'all let me know. Why do you think men are having more success in being single and dating than women are?
The simple answer is this: men want peace and women bring chaos. Most men are actually contented with the life they're living, since no one is adding unnecessary pressure to their life. There are men who are having fun after getting their finances in order. Those are not interested in settling down. And there are those who want to settle down, but the pool of women they meet have so high standards that a man ends up choosing his own peace.
Girlies in their late 20s, early 30s. Where are we finding men?
Unfortunately, they are working overtime instead of going out and dating, because they feel they will never be attractive enough or wealthy enough for a girl ever again. They would rather check their weather app than chat with another person on Hinge. If they're not at work, they're usually at home, the gym, playing video games with friends, or fighting for democracy. You're welcome.
If you're making $50,000, don't date. I'm just being for real. You're not ready to date.
Again, I'm with you.
You're not ready to date. You're not ready to date because courtship costs.
Okay.
Everything costs. Okay. You can go for 22 walks in the park. Eventually, shorty is gonna need a sip of something. She gonna be thirsty. This bottle of water is $3 in Atlanta. Let's not play. So if you don't have any expendable cash, don't date. And whatever that looks like for you, you might only make $50,000, but you live in a shoe, and now you got expendable cash. Or get you a bottom of the barrel bitch that's gonna date you when you have no money. If she doesn't have that expectation, and I'm gonna tell you this right now, enjoy it while it lasts, because eventually you're gonna wanna run. Because she doesn't stretch you, she doesn't make you the man that you need to become. She allows you to be this stagnant dude in the same jeans for days. You know what I'm saying?
Be cutting up. You talk about me.
But yeah, so at the end, Tika was kind of going off a little bit. But again, the first video we saw, it's like, oh, where are all the guys at? Where are the guys dating?
I think these two women need to have a conversation.
Exactly.
I find this to be so intriguing. The younger women looking to date seriously are asking where to find good men. But the older women, who I would consider to have wasted their youth having unrealistic standards, are bitter advising women to date only well-established men and leave the good one, since he is not yet established. These are the women who have grown to have masculine traits that no man is attracted to. Every relationship is different. Choose what feels right for you. Men, ignore these types of women and let them continue building their ego.
Since I have some awesome guys on TikTok right now listening, I'm thinking, may I have your opinion, please? What is it with men these days and not wanting to date? Do you guys have a fear of commitment? Is it the woman these days? Does it have anything to do with spending money on women? Does it have anything to do with trust issues? Maybe dating apps? Maybe you feel like there are endless options in terms of significant others? Please let me know in the comments.
The reality is, women are not bringing any value to a man's life. If a woman decides she wants to be a stay-at-home mom, some of them do not want to cook and clean since they consider that to be the work of a maid. This will lead to a man coming home from work, ordering takeout, and maybe cleaning the dishes when he cooks. That would be the same life he would be living if he was single. When it comes to working women, they want to treat their men the same way they treat and talk to their subordinates at work. They want to have the man using all his money for their bills, but wants to save her money for her own wants. Basically, all these events make it solid that a man would be happier and better financially when single.
With modern women, you never ever want to act like you are ever looking for anything serious beyond some casual fun inside of the bedroom. You show up, you do your thing, she's going to leave, okay, and when you see her, and when you don't, you don't. But I'm going to tell you this, with modern women today, you cannot pursue for anything serious. Majority of women will be comparing you to every other guy that they've ever slept with, and because of that, if you sense any form of attachment, if you sense any form of neediness, if you sense any form of wanting a relationship, and guess what? She was with 2 or 3 guys in the past who were okay with just keeping things casual and then not talking afterwards. You have to understand this. In her mind, those other guys are higher value than you, because while you want something serious with her and the other guys didn't, she instantly assumes that their attention was more valuable. So since their attention was more valuable, because they were okay with just keeping things casual, and here you are catching feelings. I know that this sounds harsh, but this is actually how it works in the real world. You have to be aware of this. Don't do anything besides take it when it comes, okay? What happens inside the bedroom is what happens. Afterwards, it's completely over. And you have to learn and understand how to desensitize your own attachment and your own emotions just to be okay with that, because that's what she's going to be looking for. And if you don't operate that way, she'll leave you anyways.
These are the type of things that make men reduce women to just fun partners. This case proves the reason as to why most men want young, innocent women who have not experienced a lot, so that she can have these experiences with him. Men also compare performance of the current partner to the previous one, but their standards are realistic with an open mind to teaching and correcting where necessary.
So why does dating feel almost impossible for men in 2025?
Dating feels almost impossible for a lot of men in 2025 because, you look at the average guy. The average guy isn't getting matches on dating apps. He's not getting stopped or, getting a lot of affection from women in his daily life. He probably doesn't have a whole lot of friends. And so he's online and he's seeing all of these gorgeous women, some of whom aren't even real with AI now. There's a lot of AI girls out there, edited photos and stuff like that. And they're just suffering this constant barrage of them feeling inadequate by what their life experience is teaching them versus what they're seeing online, which is like a lot of, attractive women or couples or stuff like that. So they just kind of feel beaten down by it, and it really does suck being the average guy who isn't taking control of their life in today's day and age. There's absolutely no sympathy for them. But the good news is that if you do choose to rise above this and do choose to actually start bettering yourself and start doing the things that is going to give you a result with women, then it can be possible to be successful. And the bar is pretty low because most guys don't try. Most guys just, wallow in self-pity, and they take themselves out of the dating market because they think that it's not worth it for them. But in reality, I don't care who I'm talking to. If you're watching this, you absolutely can change your circumstance.
Women have made men rethink about dating. The pressure to be at the top making good amounts of money is really pushing men away from the dating scene. The only way a man gets to have an easy time dating is only when he has worked on himself and managed to get an income that sets him apart from the regular guy. But now, once a man has suffered and manages to get money and he's now likable, most of the time he will want to have fun and enjoy the life that comes with the money before settling down.
Our generation has become so sick. We have turned the most beautiful thing, finding a partner, into something so ugly that we now think you can form a deep, genuine connection with anyone. There are billions of people in this world. You can always find someone hotter, smarter, richer, better body, taller, more fit, whatever you're looking for, younger. But you know what you're not going to find? You're not going to find that connection that you built with someone special. You're not going to find that in everyone. And that's what we are taking for granted in today's dating world. Just because you see a hotter person pop up on your screen. Building a connection is saying, hey, I love what I have with this person. I'm going to make it work. And I don't care who comes by, they're not going to interrupt this bond. Because this bond is special and bonds cannot be replaced. So yes, you can replace the physical body. You can replace something better looking. But you cannot replace the soul connection that you have. And some of you need to just sleep on that. That's all.
Peer pressure between women of all ages cannot allow for them to settle down for a mere connection. These dating sites have also ruined the dating scene since hookups are readily available and the likes are getting into people's heads. It's a tough world we're living in.
The reason why dating feels so incredibly hard right now is because we currently have gender wars. But we also have an imbalance of energy. More men are now turning more passive, okay, which is deemed as feminine traits, and more women are turning more masculine. When you have gender wars, there will be no harmony. There will be no let's exist in peace. It's really every man for themselves. Women have got to a point now where they realize they don't need men for survival. So men are now panicking because in order for a man to feel good about himself, he needs to feel needed. But women don't really need you guys anymore. They don't. I know so many women who are like marriage-free, child-free, living life, happy, growing, thriving, like the list goes on. So this is the problem that men are having. The reason why it was easier for you guys to date women back in the day was because women actually didn't have options. They didn't have avenues that they can go down. So women were actually coming from a place of scarcity rather than abundance. Now, women have an abundant mindset. They don't need to settle. They do not. They actually don't. Men want us to settle because if women don't settle, then that means men aren't going to be picked anymore.
Let's first get this clear. Men are not becoming soft. This woke propaganda is making weak men turn to feminine traits and making women desire looking like men and therefore acting the same way as men. The sad thing is, the fact that women can sustain themselves makes them prolong having a relationship which later catches up with them at an older age when they realize they would have been happier with a family. This new generation is changing a lot of things, and the effects are what we are now complaining about.
All right, y'all. I saw this post of this man telling his baby mama's new husband that he's got the best out of his baby mama because she's given him the most honorable thing she could give him was children. And on top of that, he's got the best of her because she gave him children. And now she's with the new man who is her husband. And now that he's with the husband, he's basically saying that don't mean nothing because you married her. But she gave me the most honorable thing she could ever give me was kids. And now you taking care of my kids. So she gave me the kids, the most honorable thing you could do for a man or give to a man. But now she with you married her. Oh, well, you married her, but now you taking care of my kids. So basically saying you the sucker. But see, this is why a lot of men don't want to date women with children and multiple baby daddies. This is why, because I could only imagine being a man and hearing another man tell me some stuff like that. I would be pissed. I wouldn't like, men and women are different. We don't think the same. We don't react the same. We don't do things the same. So as a man, you got to understand how a man would feel if another man is telling him that. But this is part of the reason I think why men don't want to date women with children already. They want to have their own children. Because that is almost like belittling that man in a sense, making him feel like he's small. Like, dude, you married her, but so what? She gave me the most honorable thing she could is kids. And we're not together. And then on top of that, you raising my kids. Like, he's boasting about it. And this would make any man feel some type of way to the point where he like, nah, I'm not putting myself in that position where another man could tell me something like that. Like, that's crazy. And I don't know if she has kids with the husband. Probably not. Because typically when women have multiple baby daddies already and they're in their late 30s, 40s, they don't want to have them. Nobody want to have no more children at that point. So she probably don't have kids with the new husband and probably don't want any. Probably too old to have them. And so he just got to live with that. He gotta find some kind of way to feel okay with that. Hopefully he's secure within himself. Cause I mean, and it's not, I'm just saying, what else can you do? Are you going to leave her alone at this point? You know what I mean? This is why I think a lot of men are saying, nah, I don't want to, no, she already got kids. I ain't trying to do, You know, especially if you don't have no kids of your own or you want kids, like you don't want to have to come in and take care of another man's child because first off, that's a major responsibility as it is. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a big responsibility for a man to have to come in and take care of your ready-made family. And if you have 2 or 3 kids already, he has to come in and establish himself as the father figure in those kids' lives. On top of that, if the fathers are in their lives, you got to stand to the side and let them have, you know, the time with their fathers while you're taking care of them, while you're in the household paying for the bills, paying for the food, you paying for everything. They eating off of you, but you can't really, you know, say too much because they already have fathers, even though the father's not in their lives, you know, on a consistent basis. You have to like do everything for this ready-made family and then step aside for the actual fathers. Baby, I don't see how, if I was a man, I don't think I could do it. I'm just saying, y'all let me know what y'all think. Let me know.
This is exactly the reason why men don't want to date single mothers. I don't deny the fact that you two need to be loved, but the control that comes with a single mother already limits the capabilities that a man has in his family. First, you cannot punish those kids the way you see fit, just because they're not yours. Remember, now that she has a kid or kids, she has a limited number that she can give you, or she can choose not to have any. Another thing, you are spending your money, your time raising these kids, but in case of anything you cannot claim or fight for them. In short, there is no way a man is winning in this case. Imagine the baby daddy being a dramatic person. You will even get into fights for no reason. You may also use your money to ensure a court order prevents him from stressing your now wife and her kids. It's a lose-lose situation for a man, so choose your battles, guys.
I don't think men like women anymore. I don't think that men desire us women anymore, us real women. I don't think that they value us like they used to. Men aren't really putting out effort. They're not putting out any type of effort like they used to. Taking a girl on a date becomes an issue. You know, spending money on a woman is an issue. You should have your own money as a woman. Going out to do something fun is an issue. Why don't you just come over to the house and we could do something in the house? I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm from New York. But I see women all over the globe complain about what's happening with men nowadays. Is it women that's not making themselves desirable anymore? Because there are beautiful women out here. Beautiful women, ambitious women, caring women, nurturing women who are outside looking for love, and men that just can't keep up with that. Like, they're not communicating with them. They're not willing to hang out and do fun things. What happens to the fun in life? What happened to life being exciting and fun and, you know, going out and discovering the world? What are y'all doing? What are y'all men doing other than that? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Like, what are all y'all men doing? What are y'all doing? If it has nothing to do with a woman, what are y'all doing? Are y'all working? Because we're working too. Women are also working. and we still can do things. We still can go on vacations. We can still go out to eat. Why are us women going on vacations with our friends? We're going on vacations with our friends. We're going out to eat with our friends. We're going to do fun things outside with our friends. We're celebrating birthdays with our friends. Where are y'all? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? Where are you guys? Where are you? Where do you guys exist?
If not working, men are doing outdoor activities that women consider boring. Men desire women, but the value is the issue. These women that are marriage material. It is so hard to pinpoint them, since they are also hanging out with women men consider not serious with life. Women want to be outside having fun and showing off to their friends, but men just want to chill in a house, maybe build something, go fishing or hunting. Clubbing, which is what women refer to as outside, is not what men want to do every weekend. They are also not looking for serious women in these places. Find a hobby as a woman and be outside doing that thing. From there, you will meet the person you want. That was all for today. Tell us what you think about the topics, and we will get back to you. Stay strong. Stay vigilant. We'll catch you in the next one.